Coming up on this edition of Out of the Blue from Middle Tennessee State University, we tell you about the Where Every Note Counts campaign in our School of Music. It's an effort to expand scholarship opportunities, not only for music majors, but also for members of our Band of Blue. Our correspondent for True Blue TV, Carly Sutton, takes a look at the MTSU Police Departments and the many ways it serves our campus. And we share MTSU's activities celebrating the nation's 250th birthday, all coordinated by our University Honors College, and many of the events extending into the fall. I'm Andrew Ottman, and this is Out of the Blue. Welcome to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. MTSU's School of Music recently launched its first ever capital campaign, which is called appropriately Where Every Note Counts. The campaign focuses on expanding scholarship opportunities for students in our School of Music, as well as members of the Band of Blue, which consists of majors beyond music and across the university. Here to tell us all about it is Dr. Jenny Snodgrass, Director of the MTSU School of Music. Jenny, welcome to Out of the Blue.
Thank you so much.
We're glad to have you here. You're wrapping up your first year as Director of the School of Music. So let's start with a very baseline question. Tell me about the School of Music and what you're most proud of.
It's a loud building. I'll start with that. It's really loud and it's extremely active. And so when I have people from other parts of campus come over and they're like, how do you get anything done? Because I'm down there with all the percussionists and the trombone players and trumpets and singers, and to me, that's just growth, and that's alive. Mm-hmm. A music building that is quiet is not a good thing. Mm-hmm. Music building that's robust and full of energy, that's what I want. So I think the School of Music at MTSU is just made up of so many different types of students from so many backgrounds with so many instruments. Just in a weekend, you can go and hear an opera. We just did Carmen this last semester. And you can go hear orchestra and wind ensemble, but then our jazz programs and our steel band and percussion, you just never know what you're gonna hear. And I think that's what I can say that's really distinctive about us, is that everything that we do, we're all invested in it. So when you go to the opera, for instance, you'll see percussionists there coming to watch. When you go to salsa band, you're gonna see our vocal music education majors. It's a very supportive environment. Because we're all musicians.
You're passionate about your students, you want them to succeed, and that's why Every Note Counts has been a priority for you and a real pride point emerging after your first year. Talk about that and why it's important.
Well, when I asked the students when I came here, and the faculty, to be honest, I said, what do you want to be known for? And they said, we want to be known as a place where every voice can come to the table and where everybody is represented and a sense of belonging. So we redid our mission statement and talked through that as faculty and students. And then I asked the students, I said, what would be like a tagline? Like how do you feel? And somebody said, where everybody belongs, and then somebody said, where every note counts. I'm like, that's perfect.
I love moments like
that. I know, it was
that
great.
Is so cool.
But it was all student focused. We didn't write that, the students did.
Nice.
You know, going into a capital campaign, the first one in the history of the School of Music, we decided we wanted it to all be about scholarships, because we want every student to have an opportunity that wants to be involved in music. And so when you're doing a capital campaign with Where Every Note Counts, it just goes to those stories of those students, right? So if it's a major or a minor or just a participant, we want every single student that wants to be involved to be able to be involved. And that's what scholarships do for our School of Music.
Well, you've even gone a step deeper in that regard. A lot of students make their decision on where to attend based upon the amount of scholarship support they receive. So this is not only helping students, but it's also remaining competitive for the university to get the very best students, right?
That's right. And so I always compare our musicians to athletes because they start training so young. I mean, some string players start at the age of, 6 or 7, and they invest money and time into lessons, and vocalists and pianists, same thing. And so when you're looking to go to college, all the universities are going after those top musicians, just like athletes, right? And so scholarships, not only does it help them to get to come to school, it's also saying what validity we put on their talent that they're bringing into our institutions. So it's a very competitive field, and we're all competing for the same students, and scholarships help to give us just that little bit of an extra edge.
And also, like you mentioned, these, like athletes, they have to put investment of personal time,
Yes.
so much time, that cuts into their ability to get a job.
Right.
And
Right.
so this scholarship support is crucial for many of those students.
It's crucial. Thank you for bringing that up, because I think that with our students that need to work outside, and a lot of our students do that too, and we recognize that, but it's also difficult when you're in concert season and you have dress rehearsals and 5-hour day rehearsals and all the rehearsals, you may not be able to go and take that extra shift. That may make the difference in whether you're able to completely, pay your bill or pay for gas that week. It's a reality.
The School of Music is, of course, serving those dedicated music students, but you're also part of the fabric of the entire university. There's so much more than just the students that are technically majoring in music that you help. Can you talk a little bit about that, how you're a resource for the entire campus?
Yes, in so many ways. And I think that if you've ever been to a football game, I've talked about this before, but everybody's a part of that moment when they play the alma mater there at the beginning, when people are singing and swaying. If the fans are there, but so's the Band of Blue, and that Band of Blue is there to build up the university spirit. And so that's through music. But when you look at our ensembles, we were at Soul and Tiba this past spring semester. Those are our choirs. And has the students to raise their hands who were majors. And it's not the majority in some of our ensembles, because people want to continue in music, even if there are other majors. So it's kind of a fabric of our life, right? So I always talk about, you want music at the beginning of your life when you're a young child. You want at the end for comfort. What are we doing in the middle? It needs to be a part of our day-to-day life.
So you're giving donors a lot of opportunities to help your program, but also the entire university. So let's talk about some of those options. That includes the School of Music Excellence Foundation and other endowments, correct?
Right. We have the Band of Blue Excellence Fund, and those scholarships are given to Band of Blue members that have, been in it for a year and have really invested. That allows them to stay in the Band of Blue, through their junior and senior year, and investing in that leadership, because we're not only just teaching music. I mean, in these ensembles and these opportunities, it's leadership too. But I think for the School of Music Excellence Fund, that's going to help with our other ensembles, as well as the School of Music as a whole, to allow those students to be invested in all the rehearsals and all the programming that go into having a successful School of Music.
If Meredith Kerr was here, our colleague in the College of Liberal Arts for fundraising, she would talk a lot about small gifts matter.
Oh, yeah.
The cumulative effect of that. Why is that important in your area as well?
Well, I think those little gifts add up, but it also shows to our students and to the community and to the university that we're invested in the arts. And even a gift of, $25 a month for a year can go to helping a student make that difference between, again, taking that shift, staying in that ensemble, or deciding to be a music major or minor. If you look at Where Every Note Counts and goes to our website, there's a lot of different options that are there in how to support, whether it's long-term, whether it's a one-time gift, all of it matters.
So you mentioned your website. We're going to put that on the screen. Talk
Perfect.
about what folks will find there.
You'll find ways to give to the Where Every Note Counts campaign, but it's also going to have links out so you can watch our performances, you can see what our majors are doing. I'm really invested, and so are my faculty and students, into the story. How did the student get from here to here? So you're going to find student stories about how music has affected their life, but also ways to give. And I'm hoping to do a tour next year to where we go to different parts of the state and where our students can perform under the umbrella of Where Every Note Counts. Recruiting, of course, but also getting the word out that we're doing excellent things here in the School of Music.
Fantastic. You've got a great story to tell. I love it when people talk about storytelling, because yours is a real pride point of the university. Dr. Jenny Snodgrass, Director of the School of Music, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be right back.
We do it all. We do it all.
Hundreds of majors, an amazing campus, faculty mentors, You can find what you're looking for at Middle Tennessee State, the University of Opportunities. We do it all.
I'm Victoria from Lincoln County, Tennessee, where growing up with my grandparents, I learned what hard work really meant. For me, college wasn't a given. It was a leap, and I took it. At MTSU, I studied abroad twice, interned in DC, and got curious on what my future could look like. I found people who believed in me and helped me believe in myself. MTSU showed me what is possible. I'm Victoria, and I'm True Blue.
I help people.
I create music.
I shape the future.
I am an entrepreneur.
I inspire people with more than words.
I ride forward.
The sky is not my limit.
Find your blue at MTSU.
The Jennings A. Jones College of Business at Middle Tennessee State University is the #1 producer of business talent in the greater Nashville area. Our nationally ranked programs and state-of-the-art facilities offer a world-class education at an affordable price. The exclusive partnership of Jones College with Dale Carnegie Training Worldwide equips our graduates with the soft skills they need to succeed. Jones College of Business. It delivers an education for the real world.
I am True Blue.
As a member of this diverse community,
I am a valuable contributor
to its progress and success.
I am engaged in the life of this community.
I'm a recipient
and a giver.
I am a listener and a speaker.
I am honest in word and deed.
I'm committed to reason, not violence.
I am a learner.
Now
And forever.
I am a Blue Raider.
I am a Blue Raider.
I am a Blue Raider.
True Blue.
Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. MTSU, when we're in full stride, has a campus population topping 30,000. And like any city of that size, you need an accredited police department to serve the community. The MTSU Police Department does that and so much more. Our correspondent, Carly Sutton, for True Blue TV, tells us all about it.
That's right, Andrew. The MTPD functions just like any other police department, offering that 24/7 coverage for the safety of the campus. But there's also a lot more that they offer that you may not realize.
If you spent any time on MTSU's campus, you've probably seen members of the university's police department at work. But beyond responding to emergencies, MTSU police provide a variety of services and resources designed to support students, faculty, and staff every day.
I guess what everyone wants to know is, yes, we are actually the police. We are not security guards. So all of our sworn officers are, which we have 46 budgeted, they're all state certified, so they have full powers for arrest. The jurisdiction we have is pretty broad, but the heart of what we do is our campus community. We have a great department.
While officers have the same law enforcement authority as any police department, campus policing also gives them opportunities to educate students and help prevent problems before they happen. That approach allows officers to focus not only on public safety, but also on helping students navigate challenges and respond to situations when needed.
One thing students may not realize are just how many services are available through MTSU Police. From security escorts to vehicle assistance, our officers are oftentimes helping out the campus community before an emergency ever occurs.
So we actually have quite a few, and not a lot of students know about it. So we like to talk about any chance we get. One of those things being 24/7 escorts. You can give us a call, and as long as it's to and from somewhere on campus, we can walk with you if you don't feel safe walking by yourself at night, kind of the buddy system sort of thing. We also offer something called Operation ID.
Operation ID allows students to document serial numbers and identifying information for personal belongings, such as laptops, phones, bicycles, and scooters. MTSU Police also assist with vehicle lockouts, dead batteries, and a variety of educational and safety programs throughout the year. Another resource many students may not know about is MTSU's K-9 unit. The department currently has 2 specially trained canines that assist officers in a variety of ways.
Currently, we have 2 dogs. We have Bobby, who is a narcotics and tracking dog, and then we have Ace, who is trained to sniff out explosive type stuff. With that, the dogs are highly trained, and so are the handlers.
Ace and Bobby regularly train with law enforcement agencies across the county and help support safety efforts during major campus events. They can assist with tracking, evidence recovery, and venue sweeps.
A canine handler is very loaded. Here at MTSU, we don't work full-time as canine handlers. It's kind of our extra gig. So on top of patrol duties, I'm also handling and training my dog. So my canine is Ace. Ace is our first explosive detection canine, and he's a non-aggressive tracking dog. It's very unique for many reasons that we have 2 canines that cover pretty much every discipline we need for public safety. It's a great opportunity for us to be able to stay organic to MTSU and clear all of our venues on our own.
From everyday assistance all the way down to specialized canine support, many of the services offered by MTSU Police are happening behind the scenes, and they often go unnoticed by the campus community.
Students interested in learning more about law enforcement can also get involved through Raider Patrol.
We actually have student positions called Raider Patrol. That's a great student position for people who are especially wanting to get their foot in the door with law enforcement. We've hired many of our officers from Raider Patrol. They work side by side with us every day, and they're kind of our eyes and ears of the campus.
Whether it's assisting with a locked vehicle, providing a safety escort, or supporting a major campus event, officers say they're always available to help.
I think the biggest thing that we just want students to know is that we're here for you, so don't ever hesitate to call us no matter how small you think the issue is.
To learn more about MTSU police services, safety resources, and student employment opportunities, visit the department's website at police.mtsu.edu. For MTSU, I'm Carly Sutton.
I'm Victoria from Lincoln County, Tennessee, where growing up with my grandparents, I learned what hard work really meant. For me, college wasn't a given. It was a leap, and I took it. At MTSU, I studied abroad twice, interned in DC, and got curious on what my future could look like. I found people who believed in me and helped me believe in myself. MTSU showed me what is possible. I'm Victoria, and I'm True Blue.
I help people.
I create music.
I shape the future.
I am an entrepreneur.
I inspire people with more than words.
I ride forward.
The sky is not my limit.
Find your blue at MTSU.
We do it. The stars come to Middle Tennessee State University, and students come here to become stars no matter what they pursue. We do it all. We're the only college of media and entertainment in the world, just outside the heart of Nashville.
Look, mic check 1, 2, everybody listen. When you do it like this, ain't no competition. I'm talking B.I.G., VIP. Treat them like a front row seat and make them pay attention. If I shoot for the 3, then I ain't never missing. Cranking up the degrees like I was in the kitchen. Can't lose, got too much to prove. And when you do it all, it get too hard to do it.
Our curriculum and facilities are cutting edge, and our relationships with industry leaders give students an edge over the competition. Check it out. You can get real-world experience with degrees in recording industry, media arts, journalism and strategic media, and more. We're the Scott Borchetta College of Media and Entertainment at Middle Tennessee State University.
Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. The 4th of July holiday every year celebrates the anniversary of our nation's Declaration of Independence from Great Britain, regarded as the founding of our nation. This year's July 4th, as you must know by now, is even more special as we celebrate our nation's 250th birthday. Dr. John Weil, Dean of the University Honors College, and Dr. Amy Sayward, Director of MTSU's American Democracy Project, want us all to know that our events here on campus aren't just a birthday celebration. It's an invitation for us to think more deeply about our democracy. Amy, John, welcome to the show.
Good to be here.
We've got a big birthday to talk about, right? And you've got to help me out. You see, I'm a kid from the 76, is still in my brain from 1976. It was the bicentennial. What do you call the 250th birthday? What is this?
It's the semi-quincentennial.
Okay, let's break this down.
Okay. Semi means half. Quin, which I guess is from Latin, means 5. And centennial means 100.
Okay.
So it's half of 500.
You're now teaching our audience on this, so thank you so much. So we were talking before the show started that what I love about MTSU's approach to this celebration, it's beyond just July 4th. It doesn't mean that just because you don't take part in things, Amy, in July, you're going to miss out. There's things happening all the time, right?
Yeah, when we met with the Rutherford County Chamber of Commerce, I said, is anyone doing programming at the beginning of the year? And I raised my hand. I said, starting in February, we're doing programming. We already did an honors lecture series in the spring, and we're going to do another one in the fall. So we've got the entire calendar year covered. The goal of our committee has been to communicate the ideals of the Declaration of Independence to every student on campus sometime this calendar year.
Nice. And
that's similar to what we do for Constitution Day, which this year we're sort of tying the two together. But it's not just a formulistic reading of the Constitution. It's people need to know what the ideals and the principles are.
So John, this is a setup question right up your alley. Let's briefly talk about those ideals. What's the elevator pitch of what you hope everybody knows about the Declaration of Independence?
Well, we could almost take it from a speech that King Charles gave not too long ago to Congress. The purpose, of course, of the Declaration was to declare to an outside world and to sort of rally our own people as to why we were declaring independence. But in terms of the ideology, it's been said that America, that we're united not by race, we're partly united by language or other geography and whatever, but we're united by a commitment to certain fundamental principles, human equality, pursuit of life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. And then the notion that government is based on consent and that people have a right to change government if it's not accomplishing its purposes. And of course, one of the beauties of the Constitution, which we often pair with the Declaration, is it does have a formal, in addition to voting, in addition to free speech rights, we also have a formal process of amending the Constitution if it needs changing.
Amy, obviously the Constitution Day is right up your alley, and talk about the American Democracy Project and how September 17th is going to be pivoting to MTSU 250.
Yes, so the American Democracy Project is an initiative of the American Association of State Colleges and Universities. We promote voter education and voter registration on campus, as well as civic engagement. We want all of our students to be ready to leave the classroom and be active citizens and be practicing those citizenship skills even when they are students. So on Constitution Day, we read the Constitution across campus for that entire week, and then our Constitution Day speaker is a professor of constitutional law. She will be talking with 4 of our MTSU students on the question of what might the Founding Fathers think about today's Supreme Court.
Wow.
And so that will give them a lot of sort of food for conversation.
I've always loved our projects on that day because you try to make it very accessible to students and engaging to students. So let's back up a little bit before the September 17th date. You've been talking about things that are happening outside the campus that you're participating in, right? Amy, talk about the things you're doing in Canonsburg Village here in Murfreesboro.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the opportunity to partner with Murfreesboro institutions. So Dean Weil will have an exhibit that will be there at Canonsburg Village of...
Now, will he be dressed up as James Madison?
No, well,
I don't know.
For
up
something
to
else.
negotiations.
Okay, all right.
I'm not going to be there every day.
That's
No.
okay, all right.
But we'll have an exhibit of how Americans have commemorated all of those big anniversaries of the Declaration of Independence, so sort of marching through those anniversaries. And we're also using some of our honors lecturers from the spring semester. We'll also be giving what we're calling lunch and learn talks.
I'm going to jump forward a little bit from that. We talked about Constitution Day. Party like it's 1776? What's that about?
I can't wait for that. So the student organization that's connected to the American Democracy Project is going to do a Rock the Vote concert. So
Nice.
the Rock the Vote national organization has given us permission to use that name. And I said, well, we have to tie it to the semi-quincentennial. So it's Party Like It's 1776.
Right.
And students are working on recruiting those artists, and we're looking forward to that at the end of September.
That's fantastic. And tentatively the 30th of September.
Yes.
Right? Very good. John, obviously we're so very proud of the Honors College and everything it does. Why is ADP and all of these activities such a natural fit for the Honors College?
Well, student engagement is what it's about. And, whatever a student is majoring in, they're going to be citizens, and we hope they're going to be productive citizens.
It's been really interesting. I got to teach the honors lecture series this spring semester, and I'm in the process of grading those papers. And students talked about, gee, I thought I knew what revolutions were. There are things like the American Revolution. We have a couple battles and everything changes. And as they looked at revolutions in science, revolutions in aerospace, revolutions in France and Haiti, they had a much more nuanced view, and I think that's very much what the Honors College experience does.
And it's interdisciplinary, is a good part of it.
Other things that caught my eye, Senator Bill Frist and Governor Lamar Alexander are going to use the occasion for something special, right?
We're really excited about that. Governor Alexander has written a book. And
a new one, right?
A new book, and Senator Frist is going to be interviewing him. We're just waiting on a date.
And public can come to that, right?
Oh yes, it'll be a public
and in fact, our honors lecture series, this is one of the few that we've had, especially a couple couples that have come to almost feel like I ought to give them course credit or something for it. But it's nice to see, let them see what our students are learning and be able to interact with them.
All of this must be on the web somewhere. Where can I find that?
Under the American Democracy Project, we have a semi-quincentennial calendar. We'll probably put out one in paper sometime soon. Also, the Rutherford County Chamber of Commerce has a calendar that also intersects with ours, and Tennessee 250 and America 250 all have websites. So depending on how far you want to travel, you can find a semi-quincentennial event near you.
And we didn't mention it, but cannons were well, we chose a place that we thought would be a good place to do it, but one reason is it was established as part of the bicentennial.
It has a big sign saying it's a bicentennial project.
So this is their 50th anniversary.
We'll need to put another sign up.
Well, absolutely.
Dr. John Weil, Dr. Amy Sayward, thank you for all you're doing to celebrate the nation's 250 here on the campus and beyond.
Thank you.
And this does wrap up this edition of Out of the Blue. A reminder, you can find news about the campus 24 hours a day by going to our website, mtsunews.com. You can also find additional special content on our social media platforms, X, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Broadcasting from the Center for Educational Media via True Blue TV, which you can find on streaming services and our app. I'm Andrew Ottman. Stay safe, stay on course, and remain True Blue.